Hey, what's up gamers and game mets? It's the one they call Top Diggity Dog, and today I'm gonna be breaking it down to you why I'm gonna get a PS4 first before I get an Xbox One. This is a special YouTube Geek Week Edition. So let's do this, man! First thing first, I love the way Sony came out when they revealed the PlayStation 4 at the first conference and kept it strictly gaming. They weren't talking about, oh yeah, you can watch movies on it. I mean, cause this is stuff that we already know. We know they're gonna have Netflix. We know they're gonna have Hulu apps. We know they're gonna have all that stuff covered, Blu-ray. We know that. So from the start, it was games, games, games. Let me show you Killzone Shadowfall. Let me show you Drive Club. You know, it was games. That was the first thing that stood out to me. And by that time, you know, because Microsoft didn't reveal the Xbox One yet, I was still like, well, Xbox gonna, you know, they're gonna do the same thing. But we know what direction that took. So that right there was a pull factor. That got me closer to Sony, leaning towards getting the PS4. The second thing, the games, man. The game lineup looks just ridiculous. Come on, man. They got Killzone Shadowfall, Infamous Second Son, Drive Club. It just, man, it blows your mind. Even Knack, man. Knack looked like something I would enjoy. Third thing that got me hooked. They said the PlayStation 4 would indeed come with a headset in every box. Now, this was the thing I said they should have done with the PS3, and I enjoyed hearing them say they was going to do that with the PlayStation 4. You know, I have Turtle Beaches, but still, it's a great thing to know a lot of, like my team have mics. They can't use that excuse, it didn't come with it, so. Even though now Microsoft has just released that the Xbox One will indeed come with a headset as well. So that was a plus for me. Oh man, and E3, let's get on E3. Sony went in and shut it down. A lot of people thought, okay, well, they talked about games their first conference, so the next conference they're gonna talk about the media portion. No, Sony didn't do that. Sony still kept it strictly gaming. Plus showing off some cool features with the controller, man. And when I seen these features, I was like blown out of my mind. I was a big fan of the PlayStation Eye when it came out, the little eye toy. But man, when I seen what this controller can do, and I like the little touchscreen in the middle, but I forgot, I think it's called PlayStation Playroom. That thing's amazing with the robots and your controller is shake it up and oh man, I can't wait. Then they got on the stage talking about, no, we're not blocking used games. We're not doing a lot of stuff, even though Microsoft now has backpedaled and say, oh, well, we took that back. No, Sony didn't think about that in the get-go. They also wasn't trying to force anything going. It's like, oh, well, you're going to take this PlayStation camera. You're going to take that. And the forcing of the online, like, oh, you have to be connected to the online to actually use our system or it's going to turn itself off. Yeah, I don't forget. Yeah, Microsoft, you did do that. You reversed it now, but we do not forget the past, man. Also, a little news update. Microsoft has stated to use the DVR feature, which lets you record 5 minutes of your gameplay, only 5 minutes of your gameplay. For the Xbox One, you have to be using Xbox Live. Xbox Live, that means you gotta be paying to use it. And just recently, Sony has just came out and said, well, for our DVR feature, you don't have to be paying for PlayStation Plus to use it. If you have a PlayStation 4, as long as you have a PlayStation 4, you can record 15 minutes of your gameplay. Let me think. What's something else that stands out to me? That leads me over to the PS4 side. Oh yeah, free to play. You know how many games, like say for example, you can only afford the PlayStation 4. You pre-order your PlayStation 4, you get it that day one, you don't have any games with it. You know how many free to play games that's coming out for the PlayStation 4 day one release? And I ain't even talking about sucky games. I'm talking about games that's like, for real though, they're free to play? Let me go through the list. DC Universe Online, PlanetSide 2, Blacklight Retribution, and Warframe. All free to play. And guess what? You don't even have to be paying for PlayStation Plus to play these games online. No. They're free to play. So they're not charging you anything, not even PlayStation Plus. Now let's get on PlayStation Plus. If you are a PlayStation Plus member, you get a lot of great deals. Plus, they stated that Drive Club would be free if you have PlayStation Plus. Another free PlayStation 4 game. And something's telling me, hey, that's not it. So, you know, I'm going to be tuned in to Gamescom. I'm going to be tuned in to all these little conventions that they go to. Well, shall I say big conventions because it's going to be a fight. But anyway, I'm going to be tuned in because it's going to be a battle. Now, the Xbox One, to me, It's just nothing but a media device. Yeah, it can play games, but that's the secondary. It's not the primary, and it is a gaming console. It's considered a gaming console, but to me, it's kind of like a DVR that can play games. But the PlayStation 4 is a gaming console. Now, I'm not saying I won't get an Xbox One, and someday on in the future, I will get an Xbox One, but it's just not gonna be my first choice. Anyways, I already pre-ordered my PlayStation 4, so now I'm just waiting to get a concrete date. All right, this is when we're releasing in the US. So I can start marking the days off my calendar to when I become a caveman, cause you know that's what we gonna do. As soon as the systems drop, whether you get an Xbox One or a PS4, you gonna become a caveman, man. And I know this. Anyways, guys, that's all the reasons, main reasons why I'm gonna get a PlayStation 4 first. To me, Sony's just killing the competition. It's like a boxing fight. It's like Sony got Microsoft in the corner and they just keep throwing all these jabs to Microsoft. They just keep hitting all these jabs to Microsoft, and that's what's making Microsoft back up and say, well, we're gonna do this different. No, we gotta stay in the race, so we gotta remove that. We gotta do this. I can't deal with a console, a company that's backpedaling like that. They're backpedaling way too much. If they're backpedaling like that now, imagine when I get the system. Cause who knows, they might reverse all these policies back in the future. Cause they said they was reversing all these policies with a patch. When you get your Xbox One, it's gonna come up with a big patch that you're gonna have to update or download or something like that, which is gonna fix all these problems. When they said that, I was like, wait a minute, you don't have to go in a console and fix all this? It sounds like hardware stuff you gotta do. But you know, when they said that, I was like, spooky, trap, eerie. Anyways, guys, that's why I will be getting a PlayStation 4 before I get an Xbox One. So I'm on Sony's team. I'm repping that blue jacket. Sony, who's with me? If you with me or against me, please put it in the comments below and let me know. And if you felt that this video was very informative or entertaining, please hit that like button and help a brother out. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done it, cause I do videos like this all the time. I keep up with the madness. It's the one they call Top Diggity Dog. I'm out. Deuces.